Jalen, Anthony Harris mentioned that you're one of the guys that seem to be kind of asserting your vocal leadership with the loss of Brandon Graham. I mean, how are you doing that?
I mean, it's just part of, I would say, just, that leadership that we need on this team. Besides, of course, the leaders that we have, the captains. It's just, having another voice, and I feel like it's never enough. So we can always, have others leading.
Is that natural for you to be outspoken?
Yeah. I mean, I don't say too much, but I feel like when the time is right, I do say certain things.
Looking back at the illegal touching callback, what can you do better to make that play successful?
Ultimately, I just feel like, maybe my split, but I mean that certain play, it was a certain route that's supposed to be different. But I mean, honestly, I feel like just when the play comes again, just make it this time.
How do you feel like you responded to that? Because that was kind of a big moment.
Next play.
Can you explain how it was supposed to be different?
Nah, I can't.
Is it special for you to go back to the Dallas area? I'm sure these going home is kind of a big game for you. And I guess what, an hour away from Dallas, or?
Nah, it's like it's the next game on the schedule. I mean, I look at it like, cause I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So I play for Philly. So I'm not really too much worried about it being a homecoming for me. It's just because I'm going out there with green on. So I mean, I'm going out there to get the job done, and I mean, it's always good going home, but I got one goal in mind.
Do you have to almost, and for you and maybe all the players, even though it's Dallas and it's Monday night, do you have to even kind of say to yourself, just keep it like it's any other game, even though perhaps it's not, it's prime time and it's against the Cowboys?
Yeah, you just keep yourself calm. Just, it's another game, and don't let the moment be too big for you.
How are you, Quez and Devontae, like as far as adjusting week to week? Because you guys haven't seen a whole lot. I mean, you guys are relatively inexperienced. Like, what's the toughest thing about making those week to week type of adjustments?
Just like you said, just developing every week. I mean, you gotta think we're going against, some good defensive backs, good defenses, and I feel like every week, that's where it comes with that experience. And you can ask the coaches and stuff like that. Just questions we'll ask or things we'll say. Like it's different because you see more. So I feel like, that goes with anything. That's just like being, in you guys' shoes. From experience, what to ask, what not to ask. You know how to prepare. So it's all about growth.
Based on what you've seen so far this week, where do you think the team's mentality and energy is at?
The same. We just gonna play fast, start fast, and finish.
Trevon Diggs is a young player that seems to be turning into a playmaker. When you see a corner like that on the other side, do you take notice of that, or is it just sort of?
Yeah, of course, he's a great player. He makes plays, but we all in the same league. So, I mean, like I said, it's another game, and that's just he's been doing a very good job, and I feel like that's a challenge for us. Go out there and compete and finish, and ultimately get the job done.
As a receiver, is there a difference in the way defenses play you when you're in 11 personnel compared to 12 personnel?
It just depends. It depends on what players you have. With us having, the tight ends we have, and then, the receivers we have, we're pretty fast. So, I mean, it just depends on the personnel and how the D coordinator on their side decides to play certain things.
It depends on your personnel or their personnel?
But it depends on us. Like, it depends on what they, whatever they throw out or whatever we throw out.
As one of the younger guys, you said you pick your spots when you speak up. How's Jalen handle it as a younger guy, but also as captain and quarterback?
I mean, I don't necessarily say I pick or anything like that. I just feel like it's like I don't force it. I don't try to force my leadership on nobody or anything like that. Like I just whenever the time comes, that's what I do. And then with Jalen, I mean, he's our quarterback. Like I said at the beginning, he's the captain of the ship. So I feel like it's natural for him. And he just has that trait. That's what he does. And see, like, that comes with different people. You have certain people that lead aloud and lead by example.
And he's more the lead by example than the lead
He's a leader all in all.
With him being so natural as a leader, when he was the number 2 last year, what type of leadership ability did you see from him?
He was doing the same exact thing. He had the same mindset, the same energy about him at practice. He was always the same person. Like whether he was starting, not starting, whatever. He's still he's the same person all the time.
How do you think the younger members of the locker room reacted to that last year when as a backup he's showing that type of leadership?
I mean, it shows promise for sure because I mean, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Just so happen if someone's get hurt and he got to come in like that, that's just like, you kind of see it. You don't have to worry. And ultimately, people going to question it and, wonder how he is. But, I mean, y'all see it. Y'all know the guy he is.
Does it make it harder to work with the guy in front of him?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, it just depends. I mean, it depends on how you may take it. Because, like I said, him being a leader, I don't feel like it draws anyone away. But you kind of look for him to do those certain things rather than someone else.
How do you describe your leadership ability? You don't like to force it on anybody, but how would you describe it?
I mean, like I said, when I say I don't force it, like I don't have to be the guy that's loud and, be vocal and stuff like that. Like I just lead by example, and then if I have to say something, I do. So I mean, it just goes however I'm feeling. It's not a thing that I'm just this big leader or I just kind of play my part.